Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope everyone is blessed. I just wanted to mention another vision that I had about Obama that I forgot to put on the last video. I saw that he was giving a speech to, I don't know if it was a college or a high school, but it was definitely a school with young kids. And I had that vision upon waking up today. Also, this post was from Tish, and it says, Asteroid warning. U.S. Defense Secretary warns devastating impact could be tomorrow. And I also want to take you guys to a video.
Israeli warplanes have just struck a Hamas naval post in the Gaza Strip this morning, after mortar fire from the coastal enclave set off the IDF's Iron Dome system. Fighter jets struck several military targets in a Hamas compound in the southern Gaza Strip at around 1:30 a.m., and Palestinian media is reporting that the target was a Hamas naval commando base. The IDF says the strike is a direct response to Hamas firing a projectile and explosive laden balloons into Israel on Wednesday night. Israeli authorities claim they were forced to fire an Iron Dome air defense missile in response to the incoming mortar shell. There have been no reports of damage or injuries in Israel. Over the past couple of days, Israel has seen increasingly intense bouts of violence near the Gaza border. Several explosive-laden balloons have been launched from Gaza into Israeli territory, detonating above communities in the Eshkol region. The IDF has carried out several airstrikes in response. There have also been nightly clashes with Palestinian demonstrators setting off loud explosives, burning tires, and throwing rocks at Israeli troops on the other side of the security fence. Israeli troops have responded with tear gas and, in some cases, live fire. And the Gazan Health Ministry claims that 2 Palestinians have been killed in the clashes. Israel is accusing Hamas of encouraging these riots to use them as a cover for more sophisticated attacks. An Egyptian delegation traveled to Gaza this week in a bid to convince Hamas leaders to decrease the violence, warning that increasing tensions on the border could lead to a much broader military confrontation with the IDF.
Scientists from Russia warned that America is coming. Mega earthquake plus videos. In a new report prepared for Prime Minister Putin by the Institute of Physics of the Earth, warned that America in the next 2 weeks is in danger of catastrophic proportions earthquake, focusing on the U.S., Mexico, Central, and South America, and the region along the west coast of the New Madrid Zone Fault. Scientists have urged government officials to prepare for a terrifying and unprecedented magnitude 9 mega earthquake that would unleash a deadly tsunami with 30-meter-high waves, 90 feet. Cascadia and the really big one. Now, I've talked about this a lot, like I just did. 70 years overdue. It happens on average every 240 years. This is what I'm currently making my documentary about. It's taken forever. I literally have terabytes of footage, interviews, 1 in 20 persons in Seattle, which is one of the main cities, and I will believe it was 2.5 people. One knew that there was going to be an earthquake but didn't know what Cascadia meant. 2 out of everybody in the Oregon city that I visited, which was Seaside. So pretty sad that people don't even know that we're about to have this, and it throughout history, if they're not lying, which there have been scientists in 8 different fields that have confirmed this, and nobody argues about it. That's the thing. People argue all day back and forth about Yellowstone. They argue about New Madrid. They argue about this. They argue about that. Nobody's arguing about Cascadia. They all say it's going to happen. It 100% causes a tsunami. And people go, no, it just couldn't be real. That just doesn't sound real. Japan did not look real, but it was. Those huge tanker ships just flying right into a road. Imagine you're just hanging out on your street and one of those tankers, 10 miles away from the water is just rolling down your street and you're dead because you just got hit with 30-foot waves. And in this case, they're talking up to 90, 100, 110. Cascadia subduction zone is a region where 2 tectonic plates are colliding, the Juan de Fuca and the which is the small oceanic plate, and being driven under the North American plate. So here's America on top, and basically it's going to slide and slip, and bam, all of a sudden North America will actually, so it goes like this. This is North America. This is us sitting in Seattle, Oregon, California. This is just going to all of a sudden snap, because now it's locked. Snap. And then all that water from that little triangle space is going to shoot up and shoot out. It always causes a tsunami. This is something that is going to rack the United States, and it might not recover. This isn't going to be Katrina. This is going to be Katrina times 10. And not to mention, Japan was one of the most prepared places in the world for both earthquakes and even tsunamis in places. A lot of the places had already planned for this, which, by the way, they planned for, even though the 9.0 that happened in Japan was not supposed to happen. They built all their buildings to withstand up to a 8.6 or 8.7, something like that, because that was the biggest they thought could happen. Here, we know it's going to happen. It happened in 7.
So are we beginning to see things unfold? Looks like it. You guys, I'm going to be putting up more frequent videos. So I will talk to you guys soon, and God bless you all.